We need the mics. Yo. All right. So today, I know I say this every time I teach, right? Y'all, who know what I'm about to say? What? Y'all don't know? Huh? What'd you say, Buck? Yeah. There you go. I ain't gonna hold y'all on. I think it's the truth this time, though, because you know what I'm saying. It's not that type of lesson today. Today, I just want to go over a couple little things, but more just to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if y'all realize this, but this the home stretch. As far as this thing coming to an end, this is like really the home stretch. I don't know if y'all notice all the stuff that's going on in the world. I don't know if y'all notice all of these. Well, we don't go off of the dates that they say. You know what I'm saying? But certain things that's happening that's lining up with the book. You know what I'm saying? This is really like the home stretch. We had a conversation last night concerning this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's around the corner, and not the around the corner like, you know, back in the day when they be like, oh man, we gonna get saved soon, you know what I'm saying? And you can picture 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. This ain't that. You know what I mean? No man knows the time, the day, or the hour, but he definitely let you know that it's close. You know what I mean? And being as though that this is the home stretch, it's no time to get weary. It's no time to be faint. It's no time to be consumed with things other than the Most High. Because have y'all ever like in the past, right? It's been a period of time where you was able to be comfortable, like everything didn't seem so rushed. You know what I mean? Like you actually had time in the day to do things, and you actually had time to, you know what I'm saying? We don't have that no more. We were speaking last night, and I brought out the point, like it just seemed like it's not enough time in the day. You know what I'm saying? It has not always been like that. It ain't always been like that. It's not always been like, man, when I look up, you go to work, you come home, and the day is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife even told me the other day, she said, I sometimes feel overwhelmed even when there's nothing to do. Why is that? The time frame that we in, the time that we working under right now is allowing us to see that this thing is coming to a close. And if we allow these outside things, we allow certain things in the world to consume us, we're gonna get swept away with it. And whether you believe is something big or something small, just like in my life, right? Me moving into my house, you know what I'm saying? Dates been pushed back. Why? There's no reason for me not to be able to be in my house right now. You get what I'm saying? Why is that? What is the point of him doing that, or what is he trying to show me? So this morning, when I'm getting ready to, go out this morning, I hear something say, when you move into this house, will you be able to give it right back up? Will you be able to drop everything and leave it when you move in it? And I'm trying to figure out, like, what the heck? Why would he say that? But it's because of the times that we in. We can't hold ourselves to the things that's attached to this world. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Romans 13:11 first. We'll start off there. I got a couple images that I want to look at, just to show like what time we in, you know what I mean. It's not a game, and it's scary. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't look at this stuff like it's scary. It's scary. You know what I'm saying? To have your life so consumed, just being honest, how many people on a daily basis put the word of the Most High in the forefront? You know what I'm saying? Like, in the forefront, like, this is the first thing you think about when you wake up. It's the first thing, it's the last thing you think about when you go to sleep. Right? How many of us have our day so wrapped up and so consumed that we'll go a whole day without even cracking open the book? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to be like, oh, well, you need to do this, or it ain't about that. It's the time that we in. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about as we move along in the lesson. Romans 13:11.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's what time?
It is high time to awake out of sleep.
We don't went over this script. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times. But I think it's relevant for today. Seriously. You know what I mean? Ain't no time like the present, right? Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
The same. If I went over this scripture 3 years ago, I don't feel the same about it. I feel more close to that salvation right now than any time in my life. Just like I feel close to that damnation, because they go hand in hand. When you got people that's getting saved, you got people that's getting damned at the same time. Keep reading.
Verse 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Do what?
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
We got to cast off the works of darkness. Period. Period. We gonna see that. Read.
And let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
So, with all of this black and white thing, you know, all this protesting, all of this rioting, they trying to get you to do these things, right? All of these party promoters, we don't do this stuff, I pray, but clubbing and all of this stuff, it's at an all-time high. Why is that? Why is that? Keep reading.
But put you on the Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh.
Don't make no provision. Don't let the flesh creep in and tell you nothing. We don't got room for it. You know what I'm saying? We don't got room for it. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of the times when we go in these scriptures, we go under the surface and look at certain things, certain similitudes. Today, it won't be like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to talk. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff and a lot of distractions. A lot of stuff that's just going on, and it's knocking us off our square. And it's right under our feet. Keep going.
But put you on the Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh.
Colossians 3:17, after you finish that.
To fulfill the lust thereof.
All right. So we got to put on Hamashiach. We know what that was talking about, right? We went over that before, right? Putting on Hamashiach, right? Who can tell me one of the similitudes for putting on Hamashiach? All right. You don't count that. Okay. We went through a whole lesson concerning putting on Hamashiach and how we got to look like him and act like him and in order to receive the blessing. Who was we referring to? Esau and Jacob, right? Because Jacob had to put on the firstborn in order to receive the blessing, right? Same thing with us, right? Colossians 3:17.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Master Yeshua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
So he said, everything that we do in word or deed, we got to do it by Hamashiach. This is a given. And we go here every week when I teach. Because this is the foundation of what we need to be doing. One more time, right?
Verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
So, again, this is the foundation. Right? This is my foundation. This is what I've laid for myself. Everything that I do in word or deed, thought, it got to go through Hamashiach. Right? 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. And we're going to start looking at these images.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yeah.
For men shall be lovers of themselves, of their own selves.
Men shall be lovers of their what?
Of their own selves.
It says, in these perilous times to come, right? What does the book say that that's going to be the stability of our times, of these times? Say perilous times are to come. What's going to be our stability in these times? The script, right? Commandments, right? Oh, what you got out? Go to Isaiah 33 and 6. This is going to be the stability of these times, right? We need it. A lot of us ain't stable.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge.
What is it?
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of the times. This is what we're going to need to be stable when He stagnates everybody. Because it's coming. It's here. Everybody is getting stagnant. But the only way you're going to stay stable is through wisdom and knowledge. You read?
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times.
Yeah.
And strength of salvation.
And what?
And strength of salvation.
And what?
And strength of salvation.
The strength of salvation. Again, I know I ask this question every blue moon. How many of us today, if the sun went dark, the moon didn't give her light, the stars didn't show, how many of us would be on the wrong side of the sword? Because of things that we do, or things that we think, or things that we have said. How many of us will be on the wrong side of the sword? That's something to think about. But this is the stability of your times. The wisdom, the knowledge, and the strength of salvation. For you to have strength in salvation, that means that you need to be working that muscle, right? To be knowing that when He get here, I'm good. Right? How many of us got a clear conscience like that? You know what I'm saying? When y'all see them billboards that say heaven and hell, do it still make you think like, ooh, wait. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back. Go back to 2 Timothy chapter 3.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days.
In the what days?
In the last days.
What we in right now. Read.
Perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Men is going to be lovers of their own selves. Read.
Covetous. Boasters. Proud. Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Unset apart. Without natural affection. Truce breakers. False accusers. Incontinent. Fierce. Despisers of those that are good. Traitors. Heady. High-minded. lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away.
From all of these things turn away. From all of these people turn away. Is there a category, is there a person that you know or a group of people that you know that can fit those categories? Right? Which means that if that's an indicator that we in the last days, that means we here, right? Let me show y'all some of these images. Because a lot of us don't realize that these things are, man, some of these things are what's wrapping our minds and got us talking and got us thinking about these things as opposed to the things of the Most High. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. All right, this right here, right? This is trying to get the picture to blow up. This is how women dress nowadays, right? Can y'all see that? No? Hold on, let me get it to blow up. Yep. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Can y'all see it a little better? Might have to slide out the way a little bit. Huh? Okay. This thing is not a woman. Looks full-blown woman. This thing is not a woman. I'm going to read what it says. Thalia Almodovar, 28, who was a transgender, reportedly spent more than $100,000 to look like Kim Kardashian West. And now she is on the hunt for her own Kanye. All right? Any man would think that this is a woman. This is the type of stuff that goes on in the world today. Let's go to another image.
I seen that image and I knew it was a man off the rip.
Yeah, you said it. I seen it on Facebook, but it's on something news. Hold on. Now I can't get to it to see what news site it was on, but it was on the news. It was on the news. I'll get it to you. This image right here getting ready to come up. One of the things that was mentioned in 2 Timothy chapter 3 was boasters, proud, right? Everybody know who this is? Hold on, I'm about to blow it up. I got y'all. This thing acting so slow, man. It won't allow me to do it when I want to do it. All right. Everybody know who this guy is? Oh, my goodness. Floyd Money May. Right? Walk around with, anybody know how much money he walk around with on a daily? 10 million on a daily, right? 10 million. Walk around with $10 million on a daily. This man is such a boaster, so arrogant, that when he was training, he asked the dude, hey, bring me my motivation. Brought a stack of money and started boxing with the money in his hand. He'd throw money away. He'd burn it. And he boasts about what he got, right? How many of y'all know he about to fight this weekend? You know that? How many people in the world are consumed by this? What type of distraction is this? Huge, right? Let's see another one. Uh-oh. Everybody know what this is, right? That's the wedding with gay people, right? Now, this is huge. Now, being gay is nothing new. But being legally able to be married is. Right? This is another distraction. Everybody, I done seen so many discussions. Oh, well, God likes this. God hates this. And God did. What is it? We know what the book say. We know it ain't right. This is a distraction. All of these distractions are coming at once. All of this stuff happening at one time. It's not like it's separated. Gay marriage happened one year, and then this thing happened this year. All of these things are coming back to back to back to back. Usually, when all of these type of things happen back to back like this, what are they trying to do? From something big, right? Anybody familiar with this person? Hold on, let me blow it up. No, this ain't Bruce. I refuse to call that man Caitlin. Your mama named you Bruce, boy. All right. Y'all know who this is, right? Laverne Cox. From where? Orange is the New Black. Right? Orange is the New Black. Yeah, anybody that followed that show, right? Seen both seasons?
Yeah, it's 3.
How many of y'all got mad when he got jumped? Y'all didn't see it? Did you get mad when he got jumped in prison by the women? No? You weren't tripping? My man. Because it was people that was literally pissed off about that. Right? This is a man in a woman's prison facility. We can't get caught, like I say, we can't get caught up in somebody, even though it's fake. You know what I'm saying? We can't get caught up in him getting beat up and oh, that's so sad. No, you a guy. I want to use a word. I'm gonna refrain from using it right now. But yeah, let's keep going. I didn't even know the dude was a man in real life. I thought it was fake.
They want to see the pictures. Come here. You Streamland.
You said he's a man in real life, but you like dressed like a man in real life?
No, I really thought that was just like they made the person up or whatever to make him look like it could be a man.
You know it's a real transvestite.
I didn't know. Anybody know why I got her up here? No, not because she looked like a man. Because she got. Who feel like she looked like a man? First and foremost, I want to know. Who feel like she looked like a man?
Too muscular.
All right.
No, she's not.
All right. All right. Well, this is up here because she just lost this weekend, right? And how many people were mad at that she lost and then she had a 26-0 record and all this? This is a distraction. What's today's date? 9/12. What was yesterday's date? 9/11. You know, every year they got to put something on there, right? This consumed the lives of pretty much every American for how many years has it been? How do y'all know that?
They talk about it.
They talk about it all the time, right? But this consumed many people's lives for over 10 years, though. Conspiracy theorists, you know what I'm saying? Every day, oh man, the people, you know what I'm saying? And then we find out that it's a false flag attack. You know what I mean? People still died, right? But this is a distraction. Even to this day, it happened in 2000. What was that? 2001. And it's still a distraction to this very day. Let's keep going.
Can't forget the tragedies that happened to America.
The who?
No,
that happened to who?
That's why. The tragedies.
The tragedy. And the sad part is, they say never forget 9/11. Never forget the Holocaust. But that slavery we put y'all through, it was, you know, that's back in the day, you know. We didn't really hurt y'all like that. I mean, you know, you got a black president, right? This right here. What y'all think these are not nobody famous. But what do y'all think this is symbolizing?
Equally mad at each other.
Equally mad at each other? What else? What else? Black versus white. This is what they're making so relevant again. This black versus white thing, this racism thing, right? Everything is about race. I don't care what it is. Even, it's been some situations I've seen that had nothing to do with race, but it's about race to them. Because they pushing it. They want you to be mad at white people. They want you to want to kill white people. Because white people been planning to kill you for a long time. Right? I seen a video where a dude in Texas say, "Oh, if those Black Panthers come through here, then I want all of the old people to grab slingshots. I want them to bust out their windows, bust their tires and all of that so they can't leave, and we'll take it from there." Right? I'm not talking about the nice black folks. I'm talking about those other niggers.
Thugs.
Those thugs. Right? But again, this is a distraction. This is to get you thinking black and white, black and white, black. This ain't got nothing to do with black and white. Is racism relevant today? Heck yeah. Do they use it to oppress us still today? Heck yeah. But what does that do for your salvation? What is putting your fists up in the air screaming black power gonna do for you? I'm standing for my people. I'm standing strong for my people. You're gonna stand like an idiot. That's real talk. But again, this is something that they got to get us on. All of these shootings, police officers, and you know, what's so sad about this? Is this the first era where police been killing young black men? No. What's different about this era than the last?
That's media.
Media. You know what's sad? How many of y'all ever watched a video on World Star Hip Hop? Everybody has probably saw a video from World Star Hip Hop, whether you believe it or not. I'm pretty sure you have. Anybody got Facebook? Ever watched a fight video? Ever watched a video about black versus white? A lot of those be World Star Hip Hop videos. You know what I'm saying? Just don't know it. But one thing that World Star Hip Hop has helped people do is record these things that happen and stand by and do nothing. Right? I'm gonna watch my brother get beat down in the street. I got you on film. I got you on film. Give me Zechariah 11:5. I got you on film. I got you on film. We gonna take you to court. You're going down. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. I got you. Breathe. Breathe. Stop choking him. Stop beating on him. Breathe, bro. I got you. I got you. And then the man ended up dying. And then the person who recorded the video, what happens to him? He get locked up. What happens to the video? It goes viral. What happens to the police officer? He get off. How many times do that got to happen before people realize, let me put the phone down and help my brother? This is one of the things the World Star Hip Hop has helped us do. Not have the will to help our fellow men, because we helping them by recording it on video. Read that out.
Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
They do what?
Whose possessors slay them.
They gonna kill us. Read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And do what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
Man, them people not going to court and getting convicted for that stuff, man. They gonna be not guilty. It's gonna be probable cause. Anytime you can shoot a man in cold blood multiple times where there's no weapon, where there's no threat, and can get off. I mean, you know, the system is just not for you. But does that mean riot? Because tearing up stuff is going to help. What is that going to do but make them kill more of you? You got the Nation of Islam who about to do a 1 million man march on Washington, D.C., right? And they say justice or else. What is this going to cause? If 1 million of them go down to the White House, right? I was just speaking, I think it was Quab I was talking to this about. But they say 1 million of us is going down to the White House and we're going to take over the White House, right? If I know that right now and I know the date that you're going to do it, don't you think the government know? If it's 1 million of y'all, what you think they're going to do? They already, they waiting on it. Ooh, I can't wait till niggas come on down. Ooh. It's not going to do nothing. You're not going to help nothing. But this is the image that they want you to see. It's black power versus the white man, versus the white police, versus, no, it's good versus evil. It's right versus wrong. It's following the Most High or following your flesh. Oh, y'all know they brought them back, right? I got you. Hold on. They ain't never left. What? Are y'all kidding me? Yeah. Y'all didn't know. Do anybody know what started the KKK?
It was actually some black people who were Democrats who started the whole KKK.
They were with them. There was black people with them when it was first started. Huh? No. They was pushing a certain group of individuals out of certain towns. You know what I'm saying? This is how they scared them or whatever. But then they got deemed as a terrorist group. It went away for a while. Then they came back strong, and it was all hate the black man. You know what I'm saying? After the war. You know what I mean? Because we was getting jobs, we was well off, and they wasn't. Right? But I say they bring them back because they like in full effect. Like they doing tours again, you know what I'm saying? They going to certain places. Like they just had a, what was it? Gang members versus the KKK not too long ago. And I forget what state it was in. But they had a documentary on it. It was gangs, Bloods and Crips and all that versus the KKK. You know what I'm saying? Nothing went down though. But it's just another distraction. Let's keep looking. Uh-oh. Can y'all catch this one? What did it say? What group of people is this? Atheists. Adults with imaginary friends are stupid. Because the Most High got to be stupid, right? I mean, the Most High got to be imaginary, right? Psalms 14:1. Let's keep on going.
The book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Yeah.
The fool have said in his heart, there is no God.
So, this is the atheist, right? Y'all, anybody catch this one? Read that.
The fool have said in his heart, there is no God.
Now, this one says, atheism is a non-profit organization. That was kind of clever. Yeah, they played on the word profit, right? But, again, another distraction. We almost finished. Let's see. Oh, I don't have Bad Girls Club, Power, Empire. I don't have Housewives, Love and Hip. I don't have all those pictures on here. But that's a distraction too, right?
You mean Cookie? Cookie and them?
Who is this? This is as much as it zoom in.
Esau.
Right. ISIS. ISIS, right? Because they the main terrorists, right? Here go another one for y'all. Yeah, Donald Trump is hilarious right now, right?
President Donald Trump.
All right. Now, our current president is who? Barack Obama, right? They say this is his last term, right? Now, any candidate, so one of the main candidates is Donald Trump, right? In what part of history do you know a presidential candidate? I won't even say what part of history because it's been there. But nowadays, Donald Trump has come up with his background, with his history. Who would take Donald Trump being a president seriously? Even out of the white folks. But he's a presidential candidate. He came out and said Mexicans need to, what did he say about the Mexicans? Back to Mexico. The black people need to go back to Africa, right? So look at the candidates, right? You got Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and these nuts as a presidential candidate. This is a fact, y'all. This is literally a fact. There is a candidate that has money behind him named these nuts. This I would not lie to you. I wouldn't put nothing up here that's just madness, garbage. This is an actual fact.
How many votes he got?
He got 9% in the polls. This was whatever my thing they was doing. So when we look at stuff like this, you can't take this seriously. So they letting you know it's a joke. They letting you know it ain't what you think it is. We ain't about to have Donald Trump as no president. We ain't about to have Hillary Clinton as no president. We ain't about to have these nuts as no president. I'm not a prophecy type of dude. So I'm not going to say Barack Obama is going to be the last guy. But I know this don't make no sense. Again, another distraction. All of these beheading videos, that's what this is. I'm going to skip past this. Uh-oh. Don't shoot me. I'm about to blow it up for y'all. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, everybody know that one.
Oh, yeah. Anybody know them? Who that? NWA. The best movie of 2015. These are, I feel y'all. Now, what did, going back for anybody that wasn't a part of that era, or even in that era, what did watching this movie make you do?
Reminisce.
Reminisce. Buy the music. What else?
Made him relevant again.
Made him relevant.
It made the youngins say, we got to get it like that.
True. But this right here, this movie made people go back and dig up all old stuff concerning NWA.
Which was us against the cops.
Exactly. Which is the same thing today, right?
Yeah.
I think that was very strategic. But all of their old videos where NWA wasn't even relevant a year, 2 years ago. But today, you go on YouTube, look at their videos. It's millions on millions on millions of views because people going and digging all of the old stuff up to see if this is true, see if that's true, right? Eazy-E got AIDS, right? Who gave it to him? How y'all know?
Jimmy Kimmel.
How you know? You saw the video, right? But if that movie wouldn't have came out, you wouldn't even look that up, would you?
I didn't know where those.
You didn't even know who ended up looking at that. See what I'm saying? But this is time consuming. I even got caught up in it. Oh man, did he really do it? Let me go and look. You feel what I'm saying? Like, exactly. They got straight out of Compton, right? How many straight out of Detroit hats y'all done seen? It's Israelites getting caught up in that madness. Straight out of Israel. Straight out of Jerusalem. You don't get out of here, man. You got straight put out of Israel. You was gonna make some church. But this is the type of madness that we get, you know what I'm saying? We get hooked on to this stuff and it take us out of all of this stuff. How many of y'all know we was even still in the Bible? How many of y'all know I was still teaching lessons? Right now. Y'all still do? Okay. I forgot. No, but seriously though, these things are distractions. So much of a distraction, these things become a part of your real life. You'll mess around somebody that look up these people so much and mess around and think they know Eazy-E. Think they know Ice Cube. Like, I can call that man and say, you know what I'm saying? It's a distraction. Same thing with Love and Hip Hop. Same thing with Empire. Oh, this the homo here. Same thing with Power. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all thought y'all had thoughts like ghosts when y'all was watching the movie? Oh man, I want to see if I can come up like that. That boy clean. Hope Kanan don't knock him off. Right? But again, these things are distractions. So much so that it's going to knock us off of our square and get your mind thinking about certain things you shouldn't be thinking about. Looking into certain things you shouldn't be looking into. You know what I'm saying? Filling your head up with stuff other than the book. But, you know, it's hard to not deal with this stuff because it's here. Right? But going back to the point before we start looking at this stuff, when you look at today, where we was talking about being overwhelmed and all that, being weary, so to speak. What does the word weary mean? Anybody know? Tired, right? Being tired. Being consumed, being faint. How many of us feel like that? A lot, like nowadays. Like you're just tired, like man, like it's a lot on my shoulders. I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? But how many of us know that the Most High not going to put more on you than you can bear? Hands up. Show me. Where is the scripture that say that? Show me in the book where he ain't going to put more on you than what you can bear. It's from knowing? Knowing what? What if I told you it was completely opposite? What if I told you that he does the opposite of what we've been told that he do?
I would say, show us.
That's what you got to say. Hey, you got to say it, right?
You know the motto. Show me.
The fact of the matter is, he won't put more on you than you can bear is not in the book. Nowhere. Up until this week, I didn't even know that. But because I dealt with a certain situation, it made me go and look for it. Right? Oh no, it ain't in there. But let's go to where they make it. Because this whole thing about being weary, this is the wrong time to be like that. This is the wrong time to be faint. This is the home stretch. Hear what I'm saying? It's the time to strengthen. Right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Chapter 10. Here you go. What? Can you put more on you than you gonna do? Let's see. I bet you could. You're using the me section. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, and we're going to hit the initial verse, and then we're going to go up above it. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 12.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 12. Wherefore, let him that thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. There has no temptation taken you, but such as common to man.
There is no temptation taking you except what's common to man. Right? Meaning a lot of people have dealt with this situation before. It's not no unusual thing that you're dealing with. As far as temptation goes. Read.
But Yah is faithful.
But he is what?
Faithful.
He is faithful.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
Wait a minute. This is where they pull it out from. Right here. Read that one more time.
But Yah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
What does it mean to be tempted? Y'all sure that that's what this talking about? Read it again.
But Yah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape. You may be able to bear it.
So this is what's used to say, see, he ain't gonna put no more on you than what you can bear. Right? You read.
Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry.
Do what?
Flee from idolatry.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Keep going.
I speak as to wise men. Judge you what I say.
All right. Let's jump back to the beginning of the chapter to see what this is actually speaking about. Because temptation, matter of fact, before we go there, let's go to James right quick. James, let's see. James chapter 1 and verse 13.
James 1 and 13. Let no man say when he is tempted.
Wait a minute. Let no man say when he is tempted that what?
I am tempted of the Most High.
Uh-oh.
For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempts he any man.
Wait. I'm going to read this in 1 Corinthians again. There have no temptation taking you, but such as common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. So did it say that the Most High tempted you right here? No. Where does the temptation come from? It comes from you. So is the Most High putting on you something that you can't bear? Who putting it on you? Read that, verse 13.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For Yah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempts he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
So when you get tempted or you go through a so-called trial or what they say, a lot of times you put it on yourself. A lot of times you can't just say, oh, well, the Most High is doing this to me, so I can come out on top. He trying to see if I'm going to be able to withstand this. No, that's coming from you. Right? Let's go back. First Corinthians 10 and 1. Because he's speaking about something right here. He's showing you something in this chapter.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moshe in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat that same spiritual meat, and did all drink that same spiritual drink.
Yeah.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach.
What type of bondage were we in Egypt? Slavery, was it hard bondage? Was it easy? It was hard bondage, right? Pharaoh was trying to kill off all of the young men in Israel, right? Was this something that we could control? Was this something that the children of Israel could control? They was in there for what they did? What was that? They wasn't listening to who? When? In what beginning?
He didn't make the covenant with them right there. Yeah.
When did he make the covenant with the children of Israel?
After they left.
After they left.
Yeah.
But when they was in there, how did they get in there?
Breaking the law.
They got in there for breaking the law?
So they
It was a law still.
Law.
They came with Pharaoh who knew not Joseph. They got invited in.
Say again? They was invited in by who?
By Joseph.
By Joseph, right?
Right.
Say had nothing to do with no sin that they was invited in. That Joseph said, "Hey, y'all can come on, live in here, do your thing," right?
Right, so they was real respected in what's name into the regime change.
Exactly, right? So when Pharaoh switched, when the Pharaoh died and the new one came up, was it something that the children of Israel did wrong that made them do that? But do we know that they was doing right?
No.
No, they wasn't. When we came out of Egypt, he gave us a set of rules and instructions, right? Don't do what was going on in Egypt. They was partaking in it. When it's talking about worshiping other gods, when they came out, they made a graven image, right? So it don't mean that they was doing good when they was in there, right? But they didn't go in there because they was doing bad. Understand what I'm saying? So when that bondage came on them, when that bondage was heavy on them, was it something that they couldn't bear? Was it something that was breaking us down to the point of death?
Yeah.
We couldn't bear that. That wasn't something that we could say, hey, we're going to stand up, we're going to fight, we're going to get up out of here. It wasn't nothing like that, just like right now. You understand what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing that the Most High said, okay, all right, y'all, before the Most High came into the picture, they would be like, hey, it's time to go on here, get the boys out of there. You know what I'm saying? Let's fight back. Knowing our people, could that have happened before? That they tried to raise up somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we probably had people that tried to fight against the system, but did it prevail? No. We still was under that heavy bondage, right? We still was getting our children killed, murdered. We still was dying, working for these people. We still, you get what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? Let's go to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. You have something to say that? Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith.
By what?
By grace are you saved through faith. And that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahuwah.
This is the gift of the Most High. Right? It wasn't nothing that they did that could have got them out of there on their own. It was by his grace that they was able to get up out of there. Just like today. You get what I'm saying? It's the same and it's different at the same time. Because the situation that they was in and they came up out of, they didn't have to be righteous coming out of there. Feel what I'm saying? They didn't have to be righteous coming out of there. But do we got to be righteous coming out of here? Yeah. This is the difference. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Just trying to get y'all overview. 1 Corinthians 10 again. Pick it up at verse 4.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. And they all drink of the same spiritual drink, for they drink of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was a Mashiach.
Yeah. You know.
But with many of them,
but how many of them?
Many of them, the Most High was not well pleased.
But with many of them that he saved out of there, he still wasn't pleased with them. So again, it wasn't nothing that they did that got them up out of there. Right? Keep going.
But with many of them, the Most High was not well pleased, but they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Read.
Now these things were our examples.
They were our what?
They were our examples.
So when I give you an example of something, and I say, don't do this, and you mess around and fall into the same thing, is your punishment going to be worse than the ones who first did it? Or is it going to be less? It's going to be worse, because I gave you an example. Read.
Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things.
That we should not do what?
Lust after evil things.
Okay.
As they are lusted. Neither be ye idolaters.
Neither be you what?
Idolaters.
What did verse 14 in this same thing say?
Idolaters.
Verse 14.
Verse 14. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry.
Let's go back. Keep reading through.
Verse 7. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
Same thing was going on now. Quab taught a whole lesson on this, right? I went through showing all of those distractions. Did anybody or have anybody got caught up in any of those things at any point in time that I showed? Whether it was talking about the TV shows, whether it was concerning what else was on there? The NWA movie, all that. Has anybody been consumed in one of those things at any particular point in time? Now. Right? Okay. Keep going.
Neither let us commit fornication. As some of them committed and fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Hamashiach, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed and were destroyed of serpents.
So all of these is examples of what we ain't supposed to be doing. Fornication, idolatry, all of these things. Right? Read.
Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happened unto them for an example, as they are written for our admonition.
So these things were written for our admonition. This was examples that he set for us, right? So when we walk down and we see what this is actually talking about, I want y'all to get in y'all mind that these people don't lie to you, saying that the Most High ain't going to put on you more than you can bear. And I'm going to show you why, if you believe that, it might be hard for you to get salvation. Because being weary, up until the point, we're going to get to it. Keep going.
Upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed, lest he fall.
Anybody in here think that they doing enough to make it into the kingdom right now? So, you need to take heed. You need to understand that your fall could happen at any moment. When he say be thoroughly furnished and perfect, that means every aspect, right? So an aspect of your life that may be contrary to the Most High, we need to fix it. Because we can't get weary right now. The time to be weary is gone. This is the home stretch. Read on.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful.
The Most High is what?
Is faithful.
He's faithful, meaning he good with you. You know what I'm saying? He done already said in his mind what he was going to do. He faithful to what he said he was going to do, right? Read.
But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which ye are able.
Because who's the one who tempted you? You, right? Read.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
He gonna make a way to get up out of there, right? If your brain, as a man, when a woman walk past and she looking nice and this, that, and the other, and you know how some of our men's mind go, right? Oh man, I tap that, right? Right? When this woman walk past and you see her and you think that, was it an opportunity for you to turn your head? Was it an opportunity for when you seen her coming from down the block for you to like, I'm about to go in the house? He gave you a way to escape. Who made you stay there? You. You did. Who made you think that? You did. So it's not what he's putting on you that you can't bear, it's what you putting on him. And he giving you a way out so you won't be able to get stuck on it. So I don't want to have to kill this boy for doing nothing stupid. Right? These burdens or these things that made you weary or make you weary are meant to be on you to where you can't deal with them. Anybody know why I say that? Exactly. Because you don't have a choice but to turn to him. Let's get Matthew the 11th chapter. Matthew chapter 11, and we're going to pick it up. Let's pick it up at verse 20. We're going to walk this thing on down so we can actually see what he's talking about.
Matthew 11 and 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Because they did what? They repented not.
Repent means to do what? To turn away, right? So if you say it and you do it for a couple months and you go back to it, did you repent? No. If you say something in your mind like, hey, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna watch this, I ain't gonna be there, and then you go back to it, you didn't repent, right? Okay. Verse 21. Let's see how bad it is for us because he gave us an example. Verse 21.
Woe unto Chorazin! Woe unto Bethsaida! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre or Sidon, they would have repented long ago.
Y'all know the Most High destroyed Tyre, right? And Sidon, right? It was a bad destruction, right? Spoke about in Ezekiel, right? So he says, if the works which were done in you, because Hamashiach went to these certain places, right? If he would have did the works and the miracles in Tyre and Sidon that he did in these other places, Bethsaida and Chorazin, or whatever, I didn't pronounce that, right? It said they would have repented a long time ago in sackcloth and ashes, right? Read on.
Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you.
He was pissed off with Tyre. He was pissed off with Sidon. But he said he'll be able to tolerate what they did more than when the day of judgment hit for you. Because these were examples. You know where they went wrong, and you got the audacity to do the same thing? You were given a blueprint to what not to do. So when you do it in the day of judgment, I'm gonna tear you up 10 times worse. Because I showed you. Hamashiach was slain from what? Foundation of the earth, which means he already had a plan for you. Everybody in this room, he already had a plan for you to get salvation, you to get salvation, you to get salvation. He already laid it out. He already knew you was going to read this book. He already knew that you was going to see, oh man, when they did this, they did that to the Most High, I ain't going to do it. Right? He laid it out. And now for you to be born and you do the same thing he showed you not to do, how pissed off you think he going to be? Let's keep reading.
Verse 23. And you, Capernaum, which are exalted unto Shamaim, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in you had been done in Sodom.
Had been done in where?
In Sodom.
How pissed off was he with Sodom and Gomorrah? Where is Sodom and Gomorrah right now? Who's living over there? Where are the remains from it? Can you plant a seed? This is how bad he did Sodom, right? Because they do say it's still see smoking when they go over there, right? You can still smell the, like, what is the sulfur, right? My goodness, read on.
In Sodom, it would have remained until this day.
If Hamashiach would have went and preached in Sodom, as horrible as it would have still been here today. Read on.
But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom.
Hold on, man. He just said he would have been able to tolerate Sodom. Read.
But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for you.
So he's going to judge you 10 times, 20 times, 1,000 times worse than what he did with Sodom. That's how pissed off he is when he get here. Can you imagine that? I mean, just being so mad that, I can't even explain that. How bad he did Sodom and Gomorrah. But he said, I'll be able to stand up a little bit more than how it's going to be for you in judgment. We got examples. We got blueprints. Let's read. Because we still got to deal with this putting more on you than you can bear, right? Keep going.
And at that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father.
Who said this?
The Messiah said.
The Messiah is thanking his Father, and he already know the plan. Right? He says, I thank you, read.
I thank you, O Father, Master of Shamayim and earth, because you have hid these things from the wise and prudent, and have revealed them unto babes.
Revealed them unto who?
To babes.
To seasoned vets in this thing.
To babes.
I've been doing this for 50 years.
To babes.
Read on.
Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son, but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son, or except the Son, and he to whomever the Son will reveal him.
So, was Hamashiach revealed to everybody in this room? Did anybody know of Hamashiach in this room? I'm not talking about just the name. Has he been revealed to you in this room? Show of hands. In this room. Everybody's hand should go up. No, seriously. As much as we hear showing this man throughout this book, he done been revealed to us all, so we ain't got no excuse. Right? Read.
Come unto me, all ye that labor.
All you that what?
That labor.
And what else?
And are heavy laden.
And are what?
Heavy laden.
Read.
And I will give you rest.
And I will do what?
Give you rest.
If you got too much on you, if you heavy laden, if you got this burden on you, I want you to come to me so I can take it off. It's the reason it was put on you in the first place. I'm the one who want to take it. Because if you can do it on your own, you don't need me. Right? He ain't going to put on you nothing more than what you can bear. How do that make sense for a God that's coming to save you? How many of y'all can make it into Shamayim on your own? How many of us can get up out of this situation, this hellhole that we in today, on our own? He made the yoke heavy. Let's keep reading. Let's see.
Take my yoke
do
upon,
what?
Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me.
And do what?
For I am meek and lowly in heart.
So, how many of us could literally stand what he went through? How many of us could get beat, spit on, beard plucked out, whipped, all of these things without saying a word? That seemed like a pretty heavy yoke to me. Right? He said, take this on here. That's like somebody with a what's the rope chain? What was they called? Dookie ropes. Now y'all know how heavy them was, right? Okay. You take a 2-month-old baby. You take it from off your neck and put it on their neck. What's gonna happen? Boom! He just did that to you. Hey, take on my yoke. I know this. I know mine is too heavy for you. I know it is. But I want you to get it so you can learn about me. And when you come and when you learn about me, I'm going to take it off you. Right? Read on.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls.
For my yoke is what?
For my yoke is easy.
It's what?
It's easy.
Is it easy to go through what he went through? But it's easy for you because you ain't got to literally go through it, right? Read.
And my burden is light.
So the things that he wants you to carry on and bring onto it, like what he say, carry your cross, right? All of these type of things, right? He want to be the one to give you rest. He want to be the one to take this stuff off of you. You get what I'm saying? So if stuff seems like it's too hard, it seems like it ain't no way out. It's supposed to feel like that because salvation can only come through him. If it was too easy for you, if it was just a walk in the park, something wouldn't be right. You gotta be able to battle against your flesh. You gotta fight a hard fight against it. Because he the only one that can take your flesh up off of you and you still live. Right? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 11. Matter of fact, Ezekiel 16. I'm going to still show y'all a similitude. I was kicking it with a brother and I thought this was interesting. Because this the home stretch. Again. This stuff here. Ain't no time to play. Right? So when we look at him taking off of your yoke. I mean him making your burden easy. Him doing what he did when he died for us, right? And lifted that off of you. Because that was a weight in itself. Right? We're going to see something. Ezekiel 16. Let's drop down to verse. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Ezekiel 16 and verse 46.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16 and verse 46. And your elder sister is Samaria, she and her daughter that dwell at your left hand, and your younger sister that dwells at your right hand is Sodom and her daughters.
So he giving you an example. He's saying you got Sodom on one side, you got Samaria on the other side, right? Two groups of people that was extremely wicked, right? Read.
Verse 47. Yet have you not walked after their ways?
You ain't walked after who ways?
After their ways.
You ain't did like Sodom. You ain't did like Samaria, right? That's a good thing, right? Come on.
Nor done after their abominations.
See, we ain't did after their abominations. They were super gay and they were super this and that. We should be glad about that, right? Yes, that's a trick question. Keep reading.
But as if that were a very little thing, you were corrupted more than they in all your ways.
Hold up, man. He said that we was corrupt more than them? In how many of our ways?
In all your ways.
So when I make the statement that the children of Israel are the worst people on the planet Earth, this is why I say that. Out of all of these people, we worse? We done did more corruptible things than all of them? Come on, man. How do the Most High feel with that? You know what I'm saying? How do he feel? You talking about somebody weary or faint or tired. You don't think he tired of dealing with that? Why y'all think this the last time? He ain't going through it no more. Matter of fact, let's see a time when the Most High or Hamashiach got weary. Not when he was here on the earth, but let's go back to Exodus chapter 32. When he got weary. When you get weary, you ready to just be like, screw it all, right? The flesh that's on you as a human being, when you get weary and tired and faint, especially of always doing the right thing. Have you ever thought of yourself like, man, why I always got to be the one to do the right thing? Right? Why I always got to be the one that's humble? Why I got to be the one that one time, that one thought, if it switch, if it get to the point where you like, I'm not about to be, no man, not this time. Nope. That could cost you your salvation. It could literally cost you your salvation just from you being weary at this time. You understand what I'm saying? It was made for you to be the one that you feel like I'm always humble. I'm always this, I'm always that, I'm always the bigger man. It was made for you to be like that. Because Hamashiach was. It was made for you to be like that. Don't question that. That's actually a great attribute. Y'all feel me? Exodus 32, you know what verse I'm talking about? Give me, hold on, let me get you. I'm about to smash this up. Give me verse 6 first. Exodus 32 and 6.
Exodus chapter 32 and verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play.
Same thing we was just reading about in 1 Corinthians 10, right? They ate, drank, rose up to play. Same thing that's talking about in Matthew the 24th chapter, talking about the end, right? So they was doing their own thing. They out of Egypt a couple days, a month or so, and they already partying. They right back. Right? See?
Verse 7. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, go, get you down, for your people, which you have brought out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
Have they what?
Have corrupted themselves.
Right? Read that again. Because that is funny.
Right.
Read that again.
And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, go, get you down, for your people.
For who people?
For your people.
For who people?
For your people.
Who people is this though? Whose people is this? It's the Most High's people. He's so pissed off, he like, go get your people. I ain't dealing with them. Go get your people. Right? You ever, anybody with a brother and sister, y'all fighting and, or you get into it with your mama, go get your mama, dog. Go get your dad, dog. That's your daddy too. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's one of them to you so mad, he was so infuriated. I don't want nothing to do with it. Go get your people, Moses. Right? Read.
For your people, which you brought out of the land of Egypt.
Who?
Which you brought out of the land.
Everything on Moses now. The Most High things already said that by his hand that this was done. Go get your people what you brought out. I ain't got nothing to do with them. Right? Read.
Have corrupted themselves.
They have done what?
Corrupted themselves.
In Ezekiel 16 it said we was more corrupt than Sodom. Read.
They have turned aside quickly out of the way.
They turned aside what?
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them.
So let me ask y'all a question. And I want y'all to be brutally honest with me, because I'll be brutally honest with y'all. Who been in the truth for about a year or so? Just going on a year or so. No, just a year or so.
We got OGs in here.
Yeah. So just about a year or a little over a year. Anybody? Okay. 2 years. 2 years. 3 years. Almost 3. Okay, got almost 3 right here. 4. 5. 6 years. 7 years. About 7 years, 8 years. Okay. So who like in between 5 and 8? So we got the 5 and 8 crew. We got the 3 crew. Right? Okay. Out of all this time, have anybody said or thought, man, I can't wait till he get here?
Not at all.
Good. Anybody else? Man, it just seems like, man, these people so wicked, man. I just want them to come down here and just. How many have said that before? Show of hands. Show of hands. We're just being honest. So, when y'all was saying, anybody tell me what y'all said when y'all was saying that? Like, I can't wait till they come back because of. Okay, show these people. You just want to see the war, right? That's honest. Go ahead. Exactly. Getting tired of it. That's pretty much the basis of it all. Getting tired of this mess. Right?
The only issue with that is that he said his chosen people are the ones that's going to be slain in the street.
Those are the ones that's going to get it first. When he coming back to slash out the wicked, what you saying, I can't wait till he get back.
They slashing us out first.
How you know you ain't one of the wicked? Oh man. Come on, keep reading. He said they turned aside quickly, right?
Verse 8. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed thereunto.
So he pissed off. How many of us in your 3 years, your 5 to 8 years, your 1 year, however long it's been, have you committed transgression when you knew you committed it? You knew you committed it like, oh man, I know I just did that wrong. Or you went into it like, man, I just hope he forgive me for this one. Right? Quickly, fast. You was just, when you came into the truth, you like, man, this is real. This is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. As soon as you got a little comfortable. And then after you committed your sin and you got back on your righteous tip, you like, I can't stand all of these wicked people out here. Right? I'm so tired of this, man. It's so, right? You how quickly you forget. Right? I'm so tired of it. I just can't take it, man. They're doing this, they're doing that. Yesterday you just committed a transgression and knew it. Right? So these people turned around super fast and started worshiping this image. All right, keep going.
Verse 9. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of you a great nation.
Listen, go down there. Get your matter of fact, you know what? No, don't do that. Leave me alone. I'm gonna kill them, and I'm gonna deal with you in a minute. I'm gonna make you a great nation. Just right? He was tired of it. I can't take this. I done been with all your forefathers since Jump Street, since back with Adam. I've been there. I've been here, saving y'all behind time after time after time after time. This is all the way back in Egypt. How many captivities we done been in since then? So now you understand why he say it's gonna be worse for you than Sodom, right? This This is in Egypt. I ain't got, man, I'm tired of these people. Moses, no, I don't want to hear it. Get out the way, right? Read.
Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of you a great nation.
So he got weary, meaning he got tired. He got tired of the madness that we was doing, so he was getting ready to get us up out of here, right? Now, he wouldn't be wrong for doing what he did, but the fact of the matter is he got tired of it. He got so tired of it that he was getting ready to do away with us when he already told Abraham, yo, I got you. Your people, right? Sands of the sea, I got you. Don't worry about it. But he was so pissed off that he wasn't even thinking about that. He wasn't even thinking about it, right? Now, how many of us today are so tired of what's going on in the world, or just tired, period? Don't even got to be dealing with what's going on in the world. Just tired, period, and feel like, man, sometimes I just don't want to do this. Some Shabbats you just like, I don't want to get up and go. I just don't want to get up and go. You get that way, right? It's the wrong way to be. It's the wrong way to be. Because then what happens? What you start saying? Well, it was meant for rest. That's what you start saying, right? Or how we know Moses them got together on the Shabbat and did like this, right? That's when you getting weary. You can't let yourself you got to pull yourself back in. It don't matter if you thinking that right now today. Pull yourself back together. This the whole stretch. A lot of what did the sister posted in the inbox the other day concerning the 23rd, right? Anybody watch that video that she put in there? It's concerning the 23rd of September, and saying like it was supposed to be this blackout. The end of the world was coming, doomsday, all of these things, right? Showing how the Simpsons predicted 9/11, showing how the Family Guy predicted the Boston bombing and all of these attacks that they were doing. What if everything popped off on the 23rd? What's significant about the 23rd? The Day of Atonement. Yom Kippur. What if everything popped off on that day? Is you ready? Are you good to go? We talking about a week, what, 2 weeks? A week? 2 weeks? A week from now. If everything popped off a week from now, would you be ready to go? Would you be like, Father, I'm good? Or would you be like, oh man. Did I dot all my eyes?
Think about it, that's the perfect time.
Hey, come on, man, look at What's the Day of Atonement meant for? To atone for those sins that you committed, right? Now, can you make it there? Can you get there? Can you stride it out to it? And then, what if don't nothing pop off on the 23rd? Gotta keep going. What you? He said, start back sinning. But that's a lot of people's approach. Now, I wasn't those people that just gonna willfully sin. When I first came into the truth, I asked the Most High, I prayed, I said, Father, please allow me to keep all of your holy days before this is all said and done. Right? And then it went from let me be able to keep all your holy days to let me just make it to the Day of Atonement. Just want to make it to the Day of Atonement. What is that saying about yourself? Have anybody ever said that? I just want to make it to the Day of Atonement. Anybody said that? I said that before. Right? What does that say about the person that say that? You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. I just hope I make it there. How many of us hoping right now? I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Listen, I'm gonna say I just want to talk. You gotta get there, right? And if nothing pop off on this day, you got to still stride out. You still got to do this thing like you supposed to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no half stepping. Home plate is right at the end of the room. Who gonna be the first one there? You gonna let somebody stop you and hit you with the "you're out" before you get to home plate? Don't get weary. Give me Jeremiah 9:5. We're about to close out. Don't get weary. This is the home stretch. His weary and our weary is two different things. Difference between his weary is we pissed him off so bad that he was getting ready to get rid of us. Right? Hey. No, you. So his weary or his tired or his pissed off is different than ours. Because his is justified, ours isn't. You don't have no justification for being weary and not doing what you're supposed to do. We don't have no justification for that. Right? Jeremiah 9:5.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 9 and verse 5. And they will deceive everyone, his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and wearied themselves.
And did what?
And wearied themselves.
And did what?
And wearied themselves.
Your temptation come from where? From you. They have done what to themselves?
They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and wearied themselves to commit iniquity.
Don't weary yourself to commit iniquity. This the home stretch. It's the home stretch. Let's go to Isaiah the 33rd chapter again. And we're going to close on this. Man, I wanted to hit something else, but I know I said I wasn't going to hold y'all long. We got time? Oh, man. See, that's all I needed right there. Matter of fact, that's my man. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2 right quick. My man, it ain't going to be long. Ain't going to be long. Exodus chapter 2. Let me show y'all something. Let's pick it up at verse... Exodus chapter 2. Let's pick it up at verse 11. Can't leave out of here without showing a similitude of Mashiach, right?
Shemot, chapter 2 and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moshe was grown.
Well, who was grown?
When Moshe was grown.
Moses was grown, right? Deuteronomy 18 and 18 say what? Anybody know offhand? What does it say, Bob?
You're gonna raise up a prophet like unto Moses.
So it says when Moses had got grown, right? Read.
And it came to pass in those days when Moshe was grown that he went out unto his brethren.
He did what?
Went out unto his brethren.
Now when did Hamashiach start his ministry? When he was grown, right? He went out to his what?
His brethren.
To his brethren. Read on.
And looked on their burdens.
And looked on their what?
On their burdens.
He looked on their burdens. He looked on them being weary. He looked on what was plaguing them at the time, what was hurting them at the time. When Hamashiach hit the scene, sin and death was enemy number one. It just seemed like we couldn't break it. We couldn't shake it. Sin and death was right there at our door, right? That's the last enemy he came to put down, right? Sin and death, right? Read.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren.
He said he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew. What's another word for Egypt? Bondage. What are you in bondage to right now? Or not right now, but what were you in bondage to before he came? Iniquity, which is in your what? In your flesh. Right? You're under bondage to your flesh. You in iniquity. You was lost in iniquity because of your flesh, according to Romans chapter 7, right? Read on.
And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw there was And he saw that there was no man. He slew the Egyptian.
He did what?
He slew the Egyptian.
He took that burden off his brother, didn't he? And did what with him?
And hid him in the sand.
What's gonna be cast in? What's gonna be cast in last? Into the lake. What's gonna be thrown in last? Death and hell. Right? So we got Moses, who was grown. He went out. He saw his brethren, right? He saw their burdens. He went out. He took care of that. You get what I'm saying? Then brought them up out of the land where they was in. That's the same thing Hamashiach did with us. He came. He saw the burden that was on us. He died for us. And now he got to bring us up out of the lands which we scattered to, right? So, let's see something. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 33. Because beforehand, remember we talked about beforehand, the people who got saved out of Egypt weren't necessarily righteous people. Right? But coming out of here, we got to make sure our game tight. Before we go to give me Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. Because even though he brought us up out of Egypt that time like that, afterward he gave us requirements. Right?
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what do the Most High thy power require of you?
So he done saved us out of Egypt already. But now he said, Israel, what do the Most High require of you? Right? Go ahead.
And now, Israel, what do Yahuwah your power require of you?
Go ahead.
But to fear Yahuwah your power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahuwah thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of Yahuwah and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good. Behold, the Shamaim and the Shamaim of Shamaim is Yahuwah's thy power. The earth also with all that therein is. Only Yahuwah had delight in the fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day.
Go ahead.
Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For Yahuwah your power is a power of powers, master of masters, a great power, a mighty and terrible, which regardeth not the person, nor taketh reward. He do execute judgment of the fatherless and the widow, and love the stranger, and giving him food and raiment.
So basically, this is the criteria for his requirements in this chapter, right? This is what he requires of us as a people, right? So now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 33, where he get more in depth, and let's see if we fit this criteria today to make it. We're going to close on this. Do we fit this criteria to make it? Isaiah 33. Or are we going to get weary and start to lose sight of what's important? Because again, this is the home stretch. Isaiah 33 and start at verse 1. We're going to skip down.
Isaiah 33 verse 1. Woe to you that spoiled and that was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with you. When you shall cease to spoil, you shall be spoiled.
All of these pastors, elders, camps, all of these people who lead these people astray with these certain doctrines, you know what I'm saying, that's causing burdens to be put upon the people. It says they dealt treacherously with the people, and the people didn't deal treacherously with them. They coming to you for help, for guidance, and you deal treacherously with them. You make a gain off of them. Right? Read.
And when you shall make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with you. O Yahuwah, be gracious unto us. We have waited for you.
We have what for you?
We have waited for you.
We have waited for you. When he get here, we got to say we waited. Are we gonna wait like the 5 virgins that didn't have enough oil? Or we gonna wait prepared? Read.
Be you their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. At the noise of the tumult, the people fled. At the lifting up of yourself, the nations were scattered.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahuwah is his treasure.
Yeah.
Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste. The wayfaring man cease. He has broken the covenant. He has despised the cities.
Drop down to verse 14.
Verse 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid.
The what?
The sinners in Zion are afraid.
The sinners in Zion are afraid. Read.
Fearfulness have surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning?
This is a question. Which one of us, who among us, who in this room is going to burn forever? This is a question. How many, do anybody in here know who's going to do it? This is a serious question. This is a relevant question to this day, right? Read.
He, verse 15, he that walks righteously and speaks uprightly.
Hold on, he said, now if you walk righteously and speak upright. Now we ain't talking about half-stepping. We talking about speak uprightly. We ain't talking about talking, using curse words, you know, profanity, all this type of stuff, right? We talking about speaking uprightly, speaking in a manner that a wife's supposed to speak to her husband, in a manner that a husband is supposed to speak to his wife, right? Read.
He that despises the gain of oppression.
He that do what?
Despises the gain of oppression.
You got to despise the gain of oppression. Remember, he told us in Deuteronomy chapter 10 the criteria, right? But that was over the top. That was an overview. Now he said, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail right here, right? You got to despise the gain of oppression, right? Read.
That shakes his hands from holding of bribes.
Don't get bribed. For you pastors out there, you elders out there, when you don't teach on what you're supposed to teach on because you're getting a certain amount of money, 501c3, right? Even a lot of you cats that, even in the world, don't take no bribe from nobody to go against what you believe in. Don't let nobody buy you out. Read.
That stops his ears from hearing of blood.
Wait a minute. That do what?
That stops his ears from hearing of blood.
Stop his ears from hearing of blood. Read the next one.
And shuts his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high.
Hold on, man. Stop your ears from hearing of blood and stop his eyes from seeing evil. I'm going to ask y'all, what y'all think that means?
Tuning out the news.
Okay. What else? Now this is the criteria for him or her that's gonna make it to the kingdom.
Still gotta be looking out for what's wrong with what's right.
You gotta look out for it. But it says to have his eyes cease from what? From seeing evil, right? What is that? To be separate from what? From the world. Okay. Anybody give me something else? Now again, all things, just because you do it don't make it a sin, but it may not be expedient. It's a reason why he say that. Go ahead, sister. To a degree. When he says to cease your eyes from evil, from seeing evil, what could we be talking? What could he be possibly be talking about?
The inner you.
Yeah.
The inner you that makes you want to do things you're not supposed to do. You gotta stop it by actually going out and doing what you know is right. So when you hear that second voice, then you gotta kick it to the curb and really deal with the right voice.
Okay. What you say?
Going against the truth when you see it.
Going against the truth? Okay. I'm still looking for something else.
And you can't let nobody quiet. You can't let the evil bribe you into coming back into that world.
Do y'all believe this right here is spiritual or physical? Or both? This part right here is only spiritual. It's both. So, looking at it on a physical aspect, because y'all gave beautiful answers concerning the spiritual aspect, right? Looking at the physical aspect of it, when it says, stop your ears from hearing blood and shut your eyes from seeing evil, what are we talking about?
Like you was talking about earlier, you were showing us different things that's going on.
Exactly.
And those things that's going on, don't let them lead us in the wrong direction. Just stay in tune with what's
Keep
going on.
your mind and your eyes off of that madness. It don't take nothing for you to be watching something to get sucked up in it to the point where you're so consumed that you lose sight of right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to lose sight of that. Keep the idiot box to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to a minimum. The less you inside the idiot box, the more you can be inside the word. The less you listen to idiot music, the more you be inside the word.
Except on Sundays now.
Except on
Sundays now.
What's on Sundays? What is it? Except on Sundays.
You go.
But honestly, when you ever been listening to, like we talked about the music thing before, you ever been just listening to, you know what I'm saying, some of the old music or whatever, and found yourself just rapping it? And then when you rapping it, you realize what they talking about, and you saying this out your mouth? Even if you blank out curse words. I shot that mother in the... Why is that even coming out of your mouth? It's registered in your brain. Cut out the idiot box, the idiot radio, all of that stuff, man. Bring it to a minimum, man. Let's finish out there.
Verse 16. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His water shall be sure.
Yep.
Your eyes shall see the king and his beauty. They shall
Your
behold.
eyes shall do what?
Shall see the king and his beauty.
Same thing Quad went over last night when it said the king came down, right? You go up.
They shall behold the land that is very far off. Your heart shall meditate terror.
Go ahead.
Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counteth the towers? You shall not see a fierce people, a people of deeper speech than you can perceive, of a stammering tongue that you cannot understand.
Verse 20.
Look upon Zion, the city.
Do what?
Look upon Zion.
Go.
The city of our solemnities.
Go ahead.
That your eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down.
Is this something that we gonna build, or is this something that he's doing over there? When you see this place that won't be torn down, it's him. Ain't nothing we can do on our own, right? Go ahead.
Not one of these stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. But there the glorious Yahuwah will be unto us a place of broad rivers.
Hold on. He says Yahuwah gonna be to us a place of broad rivers. Now who is this speaking? I mean, who is this speaking about right here? HaMashiach, right? How does this, where can we go to show that this is what he's talking about? Read that part again.
But there, the glorious Yahuwah will be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ship pass about thereby.
So he said he gonna be to us a place of broad rivers and streams. Where did that take us to? I think I beat this in y'all head all the time. Rivers. Broad rivers. And who are going to be to us? Sister Wanda? How you going to say it and then say you don't know?
Rivers of living water. I don't know. Always think it's a trick.
Yeah, it's not a trick.
Everybody know the answers and won't say it.
Yeah.
It's a trick to the question. I know it.
He about to flip it. I knew it wasn't
That's
that.
because you pulled that number game.
Y'all still stuck on the number game?
They do it even when I ask the question. It's like, I know it's a trick.
Right.
It's not a trick. It's a straight up question.
What did the Most High do in the beginning?
That's a trick too.
I don't know. He created the heavens and earth. Oh, I knew that. It ain't a trick all the time. Go ahead. Verse 22.
Verse 22. For Yahuwah is our judge. Yahuwah is our lawgiver. Yahuwah is our king. He will save us.
He gonna take them burdens off of you. Ain't no needing for you to put on unnecessary weight. Ain't no needing for you to make yourself weary to commit iniquity. It's already enough on you as it is. He trying to take it off you. All that stuff you do to yourself, that's on you. Keep going.
Your tacklings are loosed.
They
could not well strengthen their mast. They could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame taketh the prey.
Verse 24.
And the inhabitants shall not say, I am sick. The people that dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity.
So, we got a criteria on getting there. This is the home stretch. If you had to start over today because of things that you've done yesterday or before that, you better do it. As long as you got breath in your body, please do right. Ain't no telling. Some of us might not even make it to the Day of Atonement. Y'all forbid. Feel what I'm saying? Get it right today. With that, say shalom.